calls for the relationship between the THA and the central government to be mended. Concerns have been raised about the sustainability of Tobago's tourism sector, and the Prime Minister's independence message focuses on greater self-reflection. This is Tobago Updates Television News for Wednesday, 30th August 2023. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. Good evening. On the eve of Independence Day, both the Minority Council and the Innovative Democratic Alliance are calling on Chief Secretary Farley Augustine to end the war with Trinidad. This follows several adversarial statements from Augustine and members of the Executive Council. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details.
Minority Leader Calvin Morris strongly criticizes what he describes as the Chief Secretary's divisive tactics, accusing them of only sowing seeds of discord between Tobago and Trinidad residents. Morris denounces such actions as appalling, especially as they coincide with the nation's 61st anniversary. He calls on the rational Tobagonians to reject the Tobago People's Party and its separation agenda. While acknowledging the need to enhance the Tobago House of Assembly's autonomy, Morris asserts that the two islands are better off united than divided, emphasizing the importance of collaboration and shared nationhood. Meanwhile, the Innovative Democratic Alliance is also condemning the declaration of war from the Executive Council. Political leader Dr. Denise Soyafat Angus stating it is not helping Tobago.
In our quest for greater autonomy, the declaration of war on Trinidad from the Farley-led administration is not a prudent or strategic approach. Instead, there should be consistent conversations involving the people, political parties in Tobago, and the members of Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago.
Dr. Soyafat Angus urged the current administration of the THA to review their current approach and discontinue their stance on a declaration of war.
The idea is calling upon us as Tobagonians to approach the building of our island and by extension the building of our nation with the understanding that the strength of the nation depends on the strength of its citizens, and we must prioritize the island's development against the background of a genuine partnership between Trinidad and Tobago that truly has us standing side by side.
As the IDA wished all citizens a happy Independence Day, she encouraged all Tobagonians to work together to contribute to the development of Trinidad and Tobago. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, stakeholders are not pleased with the relationship between the THA and the central government. At a recent town hall meeting dealing with inter-island transportation issues, they called on Chief Secretary Farley Augustine to mend his relationship with the Prime Minister if progress is to be made in developing Tobago. More in this report.
Public spats between Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley and Chief Secretary Farley Augustine were met with disapproval from stakeholders such as former Assemblyman Gerald McFarlane.
Understand that we have to work together as leaders of two islands, and particularly a leader of this country. We have to show greater example and be the benefit and leave a legacy that whatever we do today will be remembered by those who are coming in the future.
Augustine admitted their relationship is not the best it can be at this point.
Work that out as yet. We haven't quite had a formal conversation since the last one we had concerning the chief administrator. I believe that there was an exchange of WhatsApp message in the space, but that's it.
Despite the poor state, the Chief Secretary recognized there was a need to move past the political disagreements in favor of progress for Tobago.
But we have to be able to know when we have the political wrangling, but when it comes to matters of state, we set that aside, do what we need to do, and we could go back to our political bantering afterwards.
However, Augustine acknowledged there is a presence of a cordial relationship between himself, secretaries, divisions, ministers, and ministries. He pledged to sustain these relationships, but highlighted that politeness does not always translate into action.
And despite the cordiality, the friendliness, the nice photos, the handshakes, and the agreement, I feel as though they come to the room, we cordial, we agree, and then when you leave, they just don't do anything about it and just leave it. And then when I met Noise and Accost, then of course, Farley behaving unruly.
At this juncture, businessman Jason Arthur advised the Chief Secretary that transparency about their struggles and challenges is crucial. Otherwise, the public will continue to misunderstand the actual issues.
And then all we see is the detention. We don't have the backstory to understand what went on. And so you lose politically when all people see is that part.
He advised Augustine to improve his public relations. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
One stakeholder is worried that if transportation issues to Tobago are not fixed, the island can never enjoy a successful tourism industry. This opinion is also supported by Chief Secretary Farley Augustine as they grapple with the challenges of developing tourism on the island.
Tobago is often considered a tourism destination craved by many because of its unspoiled nature and rich culture. Those characteristics are enough to create a thriving tourism industry. However, Director of Tour Tobago, Ruben Clement, believes the island is far away from achieving its true potential.
Right now, where Tobago has come, because people have to tell the truth that Tobago tourism has crashed. Now, is it crashed politically, or is it the private sector wasn't doing enough?
Clement argued that the government is undermining its own efforts to grow tourism.
I actually had to diversify my company twice, right? Because when we got the loan guarantee and we started to move on, re-diversifying your business and all of this, the island crashed.
The crash he is referring to is a drop in tourism arrivals due to several factors over the years. One of those major factors is transportation to the destination.
You cannot be investing money, telling people come here, you book, you say, okay, I'm having 40 people this month to come for tourism, and then half of them gone because they can't make it to Tobago.
For this reason, Chief Secretary Farley Augustine hosted a special town hall meeting to treat with inter-island travel issues and come up with solutions.
There is no way for people to get to destinations like ours without some mode of transportation. Unless, of course, they are souvenirs and can fly globally. There is a requirement for transportation to move people from tourist-generating areas to tourist destinations.
The unreliability of air travel to Tobago puts the THA in a quandary when it comes to determining how much should be invested in marketing Tobago.
People always comment and say, well, you're not marketing Tobago enough. You're not spending enough on marketing. But you know, the thing about marketing, if we put right now the kinds of money into marketing that Barbados and those islands put into marketing, we will not see the returns. Because there's just no way for people to get here.
It is hoped that the establishment of the Tourism Transportation Agency involving various stakeholders will lead to significant improvements. Meanwhile, Clement lamented Tobago remains a place brimming with untapped potential.
And we have to be honest in there. They have to, the Trinidad government has to stop playing politics with Tobago, right? Tobago have a lot of young people who's been lost by the wayside, you understand? And sometimes when you're talking to young people now, is that they have great ideas, but what I gonna do? What I gonna do? And you see that despondent behavior.
Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a short break and come back with more news. Stay with us.
So your car break down.
Oh, no, not again.
And you're worried paying a wrecker could mean a pocket breakdown too. But when you're insured with Tatil, no stress.
Yes!
A Tatil motor policy has lots of benefits that protect your pocket. Like free roadside assistance. That's free 24/7 every time, as many times as you need. Tatil, where people are people. A member of the Ansa McCall Group.
This is how it's gonna go. They better look up and look, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up and look. This is your show, and look out below, 'cause this is your show.
Bagel Jam is back. Get ready to revel in paradise. Thursday, 31st August, Show Park Complex, Independence Celebrations meets the launch of Tobago Carnival in Bagel Jam. With a star-studded cast: Super Blue, Iowa, Johnny King, Pretty, Wayne Winchester, Stephanie Joseph, Tam Tam, Gerard Balfour, and featuring the Viking and Queen of Soca, Bunji Garlin and Fayan Lions.
I never come here for no stand up.
Gates open 5:30 p.m. For more information, visit the Welcome Tobago Facebook and Instagram page. Come revel in paradise at Bago Jam.
Wait, I don't even have suit and thing for this wedding. Why getting them thing?
Call a port right over there.
Alright, thanks.
The Port Mall, where the varieties are large from your favorite stores, from restaurants to salons and from clothing stores to jewelry stores, located at Sanctus Hill, Scarborough, Tobago. Telephone number is 868-334-6589.
Wow. I didn't expect to see you here. Look good.
Thanks. It's all because of you and Port Mall. But here now I'm going to our wedding. You want to join me?
Yeah, that's okay.
Alright.
Beat the rush and come on down to the Port Mall.
There's a new date for Tobago Swim Fest, September 17th, 2023. Come and witness the main event, the 4-kilometer swim from Pigeon Point to Buku Point. More than $25,000 in prizes. It's a family affair, so come out from 11 a.m. on the beautiful Buku Beach. There'll be swimming races, sandcastle building, and seafood on sale. Come and enjoy a fun day at the beach. Calling swimmers from Crown Point to Charlottesville. Registration on the day.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Labour alleges the breakdown in negotiations between Caribbean Airlines and the Trinidad and Tobago Airlines Pilots Association is beyond the statute of limitations. The ministry issued a statement today regarding the negotiations following several media reports on the issue. Reporter Candice Jackson provides details about the breakdown in this story.
According to the Ministry of Labour, TTALPA submitted a letter on December 8, 2021, informing the ministry about a breakdown in negotiations for the revised collective agreement spanning from 2015 to 2018 between the association and Caribbean Airlines. The letter was officially received by the ministry on December 9, 2021. TTALPA stated that its proposals had been submitted to CAL on October 24, 2019. In response, the Ministry of Labour, in a letter dated December 13, 2021, pointed out that the reported breakdown was outside the statute of limitations. The ministry referred to Section 51(3) of the Industrial Relations Act, Chapter 8801, which allows for an extension of time to report a matter that was not initially reported within the legally mandated 6-month period. The ministry also highlighted that the Industrial Court's advice from July 22, 1981 emphasized the applicability of Section 51(3) of the Industrial Relations Act to any dispute arising from interest issues. It clarified that such disputes would involve the initial submission of negotiation details to the other party involved. Acknowledging the ministry's letter, TTALPA responded via email on December 13, 2021. Subsequently, there were several exchanges between the ministry, TTALPA, and TTALPA's consultant, Zatopek Solutions Inc., regarding the reported breakdown in negotiations. However, up until the present moment, neither party has officially requested an extension under Section 51(3) of the Act from the minister. This extension would allow for the proper reporting of a negotiation breakdown. As a result, the Ministry of Labour clarifies that no trade dispute is currently under its purview regarding the alleged breakdown of negotiations covering the period from 2015 to 2018. I am Candace Jackson for Tobago Updates Television News.
The IDB Chair Fair brought numerous organizations and businesses to the Scarborough Esplanade for a unique networking event. Reporter Ariana Scipio was there and she tells us all about the event.
Several persons assembled at the Milford Esplanade for the Interdevelopment Bank Chair Fair to explore offerings from organizations and businesses. Karina Cockburn, IDB's country representative for Trinidad and Tobago, elaborated on the fair's goals, its rationale, and the participating entities.
So Chair Fair is an attempt to come out to the community and speak with citizens about how our work impacts them and how they can benefit from it.
Among the businesses on display was Triple Steppers. Owner Daniel Barry Hutchins explained that they specialize in leather accessories along with children's apparel, creating unique styles and trends.
Well, we provide really leather accessories as well as children clothing. So we provide for children as well as adults.
The owner of Spargasm, Jenica, describes the nature of her business alongside the products and their benefits.
So it's actually a line of spa products made with sargassum. I think everybody in Tobago knows about that nuisance that we find out on the beach. We're extracting the mineral and nutritional values from the sargassum to make spa products.
The IDB spotlighted innovative and creative businesses, educating attendees about diverse facilities available to support business development. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Update Television News.
As Trinidad and Tobago continues to experience record-breaking high temperatures, TNTech is reporting record-breaking rates of electricity consumption. The Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission has shattered its own records, achieving 2 successive highs in consumer electricity demand. Initially, the Commission reported a peak of 1,400.2 megawatts on August 24th, attributed to soaring temperatures. However, a subsequent press release revised the record to 1,410 megawatts observed on Monday. The general manager of TNTech, Curvis Francois, noted that increased use of air conditioning units contributed to the surges. With the Meteorological Service projecting continued high temperatures until October, TNTech highlighted the importance of energy conservation and responsible consumption to alleviate strain on natural gas resources, despite possessing ample installed capacity of 2,037 megawatts. We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Summerama, real steam for the summer at Standard. Is a dream for the summer. Dreamy, steamy, Standard. What you have? What you have? Only best deals, no drama. Standard be beat like a hammer. Go tell your friend, tell your papa, tell your mama. We got more, we got more. Standards have what you're searching for. Quality brand, discounts galore. New things for the summer, online in store. Summertime is here, so make the most out of it at Standard. Never beating on quality and price. It's nice.
Tobago, after freeness is more speed and better TV. Get a free Samsung smartphone and free installation, plus 200 megabits per second, Paramount Plus, and more for only $299 with a select 200 plan from Flow. Visit online at discoverflow.co today.
But this place is boring enough. We don't even do nothing. Let me go somewhere now.
I really want some new things, yes? Then look no further. Portmore is the place for you.
Oh, really?
Yes, you can have anything that your heart desires. Take a look for yourselves. A world of endless opportunities. Feeling hungry? Go get something to eat. Books and stationeries, games, and much more. Portmore, the island's beat.
Right now, Tobagonians are just currying down to Bonaccord
right in Stobie Local Road. You know why? To come down and shop at Authentic Builders General Hardware, the only hardware store in Tobago that is giving you guys Trinidad prices. So for instance, such as steel, 1/2 and 5/8, $7,895. 5/8 construction ply for $260. Every single thing that you will need to do your home renovation or start your new construction, we have it right here. And to get your quotation, it's very easy. Just WhatsApp us at 272-1990 and we will do your free WhatsApp quotation for you.
From the experts that created the Zinger sandwich comes the KFC Crispy Barbecue Zinger.
The only one I see is you.
Cheddar cheese, crispy onions, the most delicious Kentucky Fried Chicken, and barbecue sauce. Get ready for a whole new level of flavor.
October will never be better with Tobago Carnival Fever. Book your passage and come on over.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Everybody only worrying.
Never ever worry, don't mind how things looking hard. I tell them never ever worry, if your life can't get damaged bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry, don't mind if life make you sad. I tell them never ever worry, if your house get flooded out real bad. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil is always right here for you. I tell them never ever worry, if sickness catch you off guard. I tell them never ever worry, if times fall on you real hard. I tell them never ever worry, what I'm saying is true. So just consider, Tatil will always be here for you.
Never worry about a thing. Tatil, where people are people. You know what I mean.
Thank you for staying with us. Tobago is gearing up to launch the second edition of Tobago's Carnival with Bago Jam. Jared Primer, film director of the Tobago Performing Arts Company, mentioned that the event's scheduling aligns with Independence Day and has been adapted to accommodate public demand. For further insight, we turn to reporter Tanika Cruikshank.
Bago Jam is being described as an ideal showcase of Trinidad and Tobago's culture, fit for celebrating Independence Day. Jared Primer, film director of the Tobago Performing Arts Company, explained that this is the reason for which they chose to merge the launch of Tobago Carnival with the celebrations of the 61st anniversary of Trinidad and Tobago.
Tobago is taking a very unique step forward with this carnival, this Tobago Carnival, and we thought it best, let's marry the two together. Let us revel in paradise and celebrate our independence together.
As per Primer, the Thursday performances will feature music catering to all age groups, making them accessible to both younger and older generations. Primer emphasized that this event serves as a chance to spotlight the talents of young Tobagonians.
I actually feel that Bago Jam offers our young performers on the island a stage to really flex. And I must say that now, I'm singing like I'm very tired. Last night I was in the band room because we have our very own Tobago band led by Kashif Wilson. And I went to take in the rehearsal and listen, we are in for a treat. These guys are jamming like professionals.
The Festival's Commission, as highlighted by TPAC's director, has maintained a long-standing collaboration with TPAC. At present, they are shouldering the majority of the responsibilities to ensure the successful execution of the Tobago Jam event.
They really always bring their soldiers, I must say, who get the things rolling in the background. Of course, TTAL continuing to support us through promotions and so on. So these are our partners so far. We have been approached by Bermudas as well, so we have to big up Bermudas. And just recently, we of course have Republic Bank jumping on board. So we have all these players that are really coming to make this thing happen.
Prima mentioned that hosting this event will provide other promoters with the opportunity to present their own events in the lead-up to Tobago's Carnival. Additionally, Prima elaborated on the extensive plans that Tobago Jam has in store for the upcoming Carnival season.
I must, of course, big up I Love Soca because there's a David Rudder show coming. That's a big one. All right, and then Tipa coming back with a little thing, We have a Queen of the Road musical. That is a musical for Calypso Rose. That's also happening within the Carnival season. So all these visuals you're going to see up on screen. And definitely because this is the launch, you're going to see our calendar. You're going to see what is in store.
Tobago Carnival is scheduled for the 27th to the 29th of October. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has called on citizens to engage in introspection as Trinidad and Tobago marks its 61st independence anniversary. In his address to the nation, Dr. Rowley posed fundamental questions for individuals to ponder, including daily ethical choices, personal integrity, respect for others, and adherence to the law. He emphasized that citizens share responsibility for both demanding accountability from leaders and making sound personal choices. Reflecting on the recent local government elections 7-7 tie between the PNM and UNC, Dr. Rowley suggested this result provides insight into citizens' mindset. He encouraged the advancement of legislative reforms to empower municipal bodies, enhancing democratic participation. Well, as the July-August vacation concludes, the World of Work program also came to an end. A special graduation ceremony was held for the participants today. Tanika Cruikshank tells us more.
Assistant Secretary of Community Development, Youth Development and Sports, Assemblyman Wayne Clark, noted that while the THA cannot accommodate all program participants, Tobago's private sector is growing and offering opportunities. He acknowledged that some might need to venture beyond the island for fulfillment. Clark emphasized that regardless of their backgrounds, students should aim for excellence, drawing from his personal life journey.
You need to understand that the choices you make will affect you for the rest of your life. I came from a broken home, and the last thing I wanted was to be a single parent. You know what? That's just what I end up with.
Julian Skeet, Program Manager in the Department of Youth Affairs, mentioned that the THA faces some constraints due to limited resources, resulting in challenges. This particularly evidenced as the 2023 World of Work program has experienced a notably high number of applicants.
All our participants have been trained in CERT 1000 and will receive soft copy certifications from TIMA. Give yourselves a round of applause. The National Training Agency also joined in with us this year, a session that focused on thriving after secondary school, looking at both the traditional and non-traditional career areas for our trainees.
Upon reflection, the students conveyed their appreciation for the hands-on experience they acquired, as they are now ready themselves for potential employment opportunities.
I would advise every young person to come to this program. It is very educational.
It was a really amazing experience. Everything was well planned out. I had a lot of fun. I was nervous at first when I was coming, but after all, I felt comfortable around everybody I met.
I got to experience different things and learn really good and valuable skills, such as CPR, interview writing skills.
It's something I would recommend to future participants. You gain a lot of work experience, meet a lot of new people, and just interact with a lot of different personalities.
Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
As we end, here's a recap of the headlines. Calls for the relationship between the THA and the central government to be mended. Concerns have been raised about the sustainable future of Tobago's tourism sector. Prime Minister's independence message focuses on greater national self-reflection. I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards, thanking you so much for joining us, wishing you a good night and a happy Independence Day.